this shit on.
Alright, let's go.
It's going?
Guess I should see how that looks.
Wow, you can hear everything on this. Snapchatting this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Talking to it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so well. What?
Oh, have you not used it yet?
No, this is the first time.
Yeah, you got to keep the mic pretty close to your face. So yeah, dude. Here.
Damn, this is sick.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, dude, it's legit.
Yeah, super.
Oh, so what I was saying earlier. Like before I did it all, me and my buddies would do like random test runs. Like we'll just play Catan, or like if we were just drinking and it was late at night,
Yeah.
we would just be like, let's record one. And like I wouldn't do anything with it. But like if we were just like sitting around chatting for like 2 or 3 hours, we would just do it on this. And like talk to each other through these things. And it's so much fucking fun.
Oh, shit.
And it's awesome with Catan.
Dude, that is sick. That's a good way to practice, too.
Yeah, and then like I was never gonna post them anywhere, but like with them, I would like practice the editing and shit like that.
Yeah, and then you get used to talking like this.
Right.
Because I think, I don't know.
Hearing yourself.
Yeah, not only hearing yourself, but also like having the mic in your face and the thing on.
And getting used to like your voice level, because it's weird. Because
Yeah.
now you know how loud you talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've definitely, like, I feel quieter with this.
I know, and I've got some buddies that like when we play that game, or just like FIFA or something, like there are some of my friends, I'm sure you have the same, that are just like so vocal with their voice and just like they have a loud voice already.
Yeah.
And if they up their tone, it's just like almost like a yelling. And I think it'd be interesting for them to hop on here and like know how loud they actually are.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, dude. So
That's interesting.
I got a bunch of shit written here for you. Not like written,
Nice.
but so we've known each other for like what, 3 years?
Yeah, like 2.5.
And I think we talked about it, but like within like a few days of meeting you, I was like, I'm gonna like this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
kid's real.
we've talked about that.
And like
Yeah.
the more and more I've gotten to know you, the more and more shit I'm like, what you mean, dude? Like where
Dude,
you've
I'm blushing,
been,
man.
what you've seen, what you've done, your fucking dual citizenship, and your bilingual. 3?
Yeah, 3 citizenships.
U.S., Israel.
Mexico, baby.
I knew it. I could
Yeah,
have
tú
guessed that.
sabes.
Yeah, and you're bilingual. You
Yeah.
probably speak a dabble of a few other languages.
Dabble. Dabble would be a, it would be too much to say, but I do know a few words in Hebrew.
Okay, that's fair.
But like,
Did you learn any Russian?
nah. I was only there for 2 weeks. That was like in the first couple months that I'd known you.
Right.
Because
See
we
your
met.
brother, right?
Sorry?
To see your brother, right?
Yeah. It was like a little brother reunion. It was in 2019. September 2019 is when we met because we got the job at the same time.
Yeah.
And then in December of 2019, I went to Germany because that's where my brother lives.
That's right.
And the idea was that it was going to be like just a little brotherly trip. You know, just the 3 brothers and my brother's wife, Christine,
Okay.
which is at this point like a sister.
Yeah.
You know, I've known her for 10 years.
Fair. It's like my sister's fiance.
Yeah. You just like, I genuinely don't know if I remember life before Christine.
That's crazy.
She was,
Shout out Christine.
I was like 15. But you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
like,
for sure. That's the majority of your life.
It feels the same way.
Yeah.
So it was us 4. In Germany. I think it might have been the first time. I don't know. I don't know if I'm sure we've done that before, but at least from my perspective, it felt like it was like the first brotherly trip. So really
That's dope.
awesome thing.
Of age.
Of age.
Like not like 18 or 21, but
right,
being an adult.
Right. Like we paid for our own tickets.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're a little brother. Do you have one?
Yeah. Me and Britt just went to Florida with my sister and her fiance, and that was our first trip as like adults with other adults.
Yeah.
And we talked about that same thing. We're like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We bought our flights. We paid for the place to stay.
Yeah.
Just the four of us. Same shit.
Because it used to feel like, and this is kind of getting off topic, but it used to feel like, and if you've ever been like a little brother, I feel like you get this. Like your older brother's always just kind of paid for shit.
Sister, but yeah.
You know?
100%. She spotted us.
Yeah, I feel like I always got spotted by my older brothers for things.
We took him out to dinner. We paid for dinner. That was a cool feeling.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. And well, I did do that.
Right.
You know, and that was like the first time that I was like, damn, I'm actually making money and I can pay for this and do the things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, then
100%,
the whole point of
100%.
this was that I did not learn Russian at all. I was there for like a few days. And we just did that to kind of split the trip up.
Oh, so you were in not Russia for 2 days, but you were overseas for 2 days. Or 2 weeks, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Russia for like the middle week of the 2 weeks.
Okay.
So first few days in Germany, Russia, last few days in
I'm
Germany.
following you.
And no Russian, no German. When I'm there, I like learn words, but nothing like that. My brother, though, my middle brother, speaks. He's a polyglot.
5.
Oof. Double.
6. 12.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
he's
that
wild.
word? Poly?
Polyglot.
I've never heard that. That's a new one for me.
Yeah.
And it means you can speak 12 languages?
It means you can speak a ton.
Oh.
You know, like it just means you can speak a lot of languages.
How many does he know off the top of your head? That he could hold a conversation in. Not he can give you vocab words.
Right. All of these he can, like okay. So he speaks. He works in English, in Germany. So he like knows
English
working professionally German, English, Spanish. Right.
Okay.
He went to school in Israel, so he knows Hebrew. He was there for 3 years. He learned Portuguese in high school.
Jesus.
He knows French. He knows Russian. He like took us through Russia. It was crazy.
And he was just speaking to Russian people.
Yeah, bro. Like he would have conversations with taxis. And like order food and
That's nuts.
like could read
In Russian too? That's an
Yeah,
obscure
bro.
word.
It's
All the other ones are like have the same sort of foundation almost.
Yeah.
Russian's its own fucking thing.
I don't know where I'm at, but he definitely knows Estonian because he spent a year in Estonia as an exchange student.
How old is he?
He's 5 years older than me. He just turned 31.
Because
Perhaps,
that, what you
or
just
30.
did, that's a shitload of life experience.
Yeah, bro. It's like I don't know. Oh, and he knows Chinese, of course.
Have to.
If you're gonna learn,
Russian.
if you're gonna learn 9 languages,
Yeah.
might as well learn Chinese. So yeah, he knows a fuck ton.
So he's wicked smart.
Wicked smart. Yeah, wicked.
That's dope. Good for him.
And then I don't know where this was going. I just kind of got into it.
Well, I asked you about the dual citizenship. It's 3 citizenship.
3 citizenships. That's right. Oh, because I was telling you, I speak 2 languages, and I'm like below average in my family.
That's crazy. So does everyone speak like that? Or know how to speak like that?
No, my brother's the only one that knows a ton of languages. My oldest brother knows English and Spanish. And
I was going to say everyone knows at least 2.
yeah. But my dad knows Hebrew. My mom knows English and Spanish, and I think my oldest brother could probably, I don't know. I bet this would be a conversation, but he used to be able to speak Portuguese. I don't know how well he's kept up with it.
So the 3 citizenships.
Yeah, Mexico, U.S., and Israel.
Have you had them your whole life, or did you get them?
No, I got, so U.S., obviously.
I understand the Mexico one.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
Israel?
Oh. Okay, so my dad's Israeli.
Born and raised, moved to the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, was he born and raised in the U.S. or was he born in Israel?
No, he was born in Israel, moved to Mexico,
Oh.
grew up there, and then went to El Paso.
Okay. Where at Mexico?
Mexico City.
And you were born in El Paso?
Yeah.
So
American. I was born in El Paso, so I'm American.
right.
My dad's Israeli, and so by Israeli law, if my dad is Israeli,
You qualify.
I also am Israeli.
Okay.
Because-
Upon birth?
Upon birth, because my dad is Israeli.
Okay.
We didn't know about this, and so I ended up getting it like 10 years later in my first trip to Israel.
That's really cool.
My parents were like, "Wait, what?" And then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the story. That's how I remember it.
Sure.
You know?
To your knowledge, that's yeah.
That's to my knowledge.
For real.
If like for some reason my brothers listen to this, you know what I'm saying? Like they're probably like behind their screen or doing something like just talking shit because I'm getting all of it wrong.
Hard. Well, whatever.
Don't matter. Because this is from my perspective. So
That's
anyway,
what I'm asking about.
yeah, Mexico. He grew up there. Learned. He knew Hebrew speaking to his parents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
So, okay.
Israeli. So Mexico. My mom's Mexican. I don't have to be Mexican, but I'm the last generation that is eligible to be Mexican, unless my
Generation as in just like people born after a certain year?
yeah. So the same law that Israel has,
Yeah.
Mexico has, but for grandchildren. But in the sense that
Wow.
okay, so it's different. I was eligible to be I don't have to. Like I can still claim a Mexican citizenship if my grandfather is Mexican, which he was.
Okay.
My kids won't be able to because their grandfather
Your dad
would
was
be
not.
my dad, and he wasn't born in. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah. Following.
So I'm the last generation from my family that can do this.
So is that an eternal thing?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
If you have your kid in Mexico
Yeah,
and they have Mexican citizenship, their grandson can be.
but potentially, I think that's how it worked for us. I don't know if future.
No, sure. I was asking like for like an example, like to get a boating license, everyone has to get it except for people born before the year like 1989.
Oh,
I was asking if it was like a literal like Gen Z generation.
no. It's just like I know what you mean.
Familial.
Yeah, familial.
So okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. What was your original question?
I was just asking about your languages and citizenship.
Oh, that's right.
But
So yeah, that's the story.
to tag along into that, El Paso, the sticker you gave me, El Paso
Yeah.
Anillos.
Yeah.
What's that?
Dude, this is fun. I need to get a podcast.
You can use my shit.
Dude, you could literally it's like having it's great. It's a great way to learn from people.
And like that's what I'm saying from in the beginning. Like every time I talk to you, like the more and more we hang out, the more and more I found out. And like we never had real, like obviously there were conversations, but not like real conversations where I could be like, no, give me that. I want to know about that one.
Dude, yeah.
And it's just one-on-one.
Yes, it's something that makes a lot of sense. It plays like I think we always talked about like, dude, yeah, one day we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So this is that day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope.
Also,
Full circle.
sidebar, I want this to be like a recurring thing. Like there's, like, I'm gonna have a bunch of people on, hopefully, but there are a bunch of people that I would like to have over and over and over.
Dude, yeah, this could be fun. This is sick.
Right?
Yeah, this is sick.
And it would just be us in a very real way catching up. Because like what we were talking about, we don't need to see each other every week.
Yeah, we talked about that when we got here. I brought it up because when I was giving my girlfriend context about how we know each other, I was like, "Oh yeah, Jack." He's like,
"What am I?" Said it like Jack.
Yeah, one of my closest friends here, but I haven't seen him in the last 4 months that we've known each other. She's like, "Oh, all right, cool."
Yeah, because I was gonna say 4 months because you started posting her. What's her name?
Sophie.
Shout out Sophie. You started posting her a while ago, and like when I noticed you started posting her, I was like, I still haven't seen that kid. And it's been a minute now. You've been
You just get busy, bro.
no 100%. Like adult shit.
Yeah,
Just straight
for
up adult
real.
shit. Like
Straight up
a few
adult
weeks ago, like
shit.
your dad was in town, right?
My dad was just in town this weekend.
Yeah, and that's your weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. That's my weekend. So
And I get that.
it won't be until next weekend. And next weekend you start getting to Thanksgiving.
There's holidays.
There's holidays. You're seeing family. So then 3 weeks just go by. Because it's like, fuck. Like, hanging out with people during the week sometimes takes a lot of like intentionality.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, because there's sometimes where my buddies are like, let's watch football, and I'm just like, internally, I'm like, I don't have the mental capacity for that right now. I'm sorry, guys. I just
Yeah.
because it's like I'm not. Obviously, I'll hang out with people and just do nothing, but like it's just like not to hang out with them, but I'm in my head like at the time I'm feeling like
Yeah, exactly.
I can't hang out with people right now.
Right. Yeah.
That's actually how yesterday was after hunting.
Yeah.
We can talk about hunting. Hunting.
Dude.
Like Davis was like, let's hang out and watch football. And I texted them. I was like, you guys can come over, but I'm not going anywhere. And I need my couch, and I might take a nap the whole day. But you can come over.
Yeah.
But I was like, straight up, I'm not going to give you much effort.
Yeah. But that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you have friends, you can like just
Oh, yeah.
be real
Yeah,
with
and
them.
they're like, okay, sure.
You don't
And
feel
same
like
thing with
you don't
us.
feel like the obligation.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you just got a lot of shit going, it's like, dude, I can't. It's like, okay, word.
All right. It's like, yeah, no malintent. You're just
No.
kind of like, get it. That's crazy. That's some real adult shit right there. That's something they don't teach you in school.
Speaking of in the same lines, that was like, I don't want to say New Year's resolution, but almost like a New Year's resolution was to use the word no more. Because I found myself overcommitting all the time and like trying to squeeze in seeing like 4 people in one night, or like seeing like 5 people in 1 week. I'm like, I gotta chill on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally. It just happens. You just get tired. I think, well, at least I do. I don't know. And I'm like fully an extrovert.
Yesterday, I slept from 4 to 7:30. Then I slept from 10 to 8 this morning.
You just have those days sometimes,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I always think about that too. It's like other people have to have these kinds of days.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Right?
The Sunday scaries. That's so real now.
So real. How's hunting?
Dude, it was miserable. Sucked ass. Like, I mean, that's 90% of hunting is sitting through shitty weather.
But did you enjoy the journey?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I went and did it. It's not like, I mean, hunting season is literally 10 days out of the year. For me, it's 10 days out of the year. So,
Why for you?
well, for deer season in Missouri, rifle season, not bow season, but rifle season is only 10 days long. And
Oh,
opening day was Saturday, and there's next week. And like, I can't go during the week. I could, but I'm not going to.
yeah.
And then you could go next weekend, but I can't next weekend because I have adult shit going on. Oh, no. I have to grab my charger anyway. That's fine. And then I could go Sunday, but I'm not going to go Sunday because I got work Monday. And then the last day is like Tuesday of next week or something.
Damn.
It's only 10 days. Yeah.
So you really only have a few days.
Saturday, and that's why I went yesterday, too.
Damn. Do you have another day? Or is that it?
That year, for this year, that's it.
For this year, you're done. This was your hunting trip of the year.
I could probably swing it next weekend, but I probably shouldn't. I just shouldn't. And like I could take off Friday and go, but then like if I want to do stuff at all on Friday, I'm up at like 4:30 in the morning to get out in the stand. Mm-hmm. And so like 7 o'clock hits, I've been up for like 15 hours, 15 hours.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
fuck that. And dude, it's so cold. It's so cold. Even if the sun's out, you're out in 40-degree weather for 12 hours.
Yeah, and you just sit.
Just sit there. You don't move. It's bad to move. Real bad to move.
God damn. You start fucking shivering?
But, like, I loved it. Yeah. It was so fucking cold. It was so fucking cold. It didn't rain this year. It rained for, like, an hour yesterday morning. But, like, last year, I think it was the second weekend we went. I don't know. Because last year I went both weekends, which is
How
awesome.
do you pick your deer stand? How do you pick where you're going to go up?
My buddy's dad just has like 20 on the property. I actually have no idea how many they have on the property. 20, maybe 10. But he just like mentally, because he knows the property, he like this weekend there's 7 of us, maybe 8 of us. Him, my buddy, and all his brothers, another friend, a dad's friend, and then me. And he just had a plan. He just had a map, like a sketch map of the property, and it's like, you're here, you're here. I think there's a bunch down here. I've seen trail cam stuff over here, and that was how he just placed us. But I've gone 3 years now, and all 3 years I've sat in different stands, and people that I've been with have sit in stands I didn't know were there. So I don't know if he just switches them around, or if he literally has like 20 or 25 stands. I don't know.
That's crazy. Is this a hunting range?
It's just a big farm they have out west. That they have horses and stuff.
What do they do with the farm?
What do you mean?
Like what do they harvest?
I think they have wheat or beans.
Oh.
But I think, like, they live there full time now.
Got it.
Like, instead of a lake house, they just had a farm.
Yeah.
And now it's their full-time farm home. And they definitely have, because they have, like a hay barn. They have a huge hay barn. And so I think they have wheat. I don't know, but I want to say it's mostly like a hunting thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to show you this picture. I'm not going to pull it up on here.
Oh.
But this guy got a bobcat and blasted its brain open. Like, just domed it in the face.
Oh, I don't like seeing that.
I didn't either. And, like, I didn't
see
ask to
that.
see it. It just got sent in a group chat.
Jeez. Dude, if I know anything about Steve Ranella so far, if I've learned anything watching his shows, then I would know that there is different kinds of deer hunting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like, why did you go in a stand instead of, like, walking around?
Because the walking around one,
Also, I'm going to show you a video of my buddy shooting a deer. It's sick.
All right. It's like, I don't actually know, but I know there's, like, different during times of the year. Like, right now is the rut, and it's, like, mating season. Mm-hmm. And then in the winter, I think that's when you do something like that, like when there's actually, like deep into the winter. But I don't know. I'm an idiot. I don't know. While you look for that, I got to make a note. 23.
This is hilarious. What were we talking about?
Hunting and...
Hunting.
We can keep that. Oh, Ranella. And you were asking me about...
Different kinds of
Oh,
hunting.
you were going to show me a video.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, so I asked for it. Let's see if he sends it to me.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And I'm going to drink that. Hunting, I don't know, dude. It's fun. I love it. But, like, I'm not going to get a deer if I don't go.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
And, like I was just saying, it's 10 days. And, like, this year, I had 2 days.
Yeah.
So if I have 2 days out of 365, I'm going to suffer through that cold.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean.
And I went duck hunting for my first time last year, too.
Oh, for real? Did you get some?
No, dude, I didn't shoot a shell.
What?
I went twice, didn't shoot a shell.
What?
Yeah, all the huntings are different, but I guess duck hunting is, like, extremely variant on the weather for that particular day.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be cold up north for all the ducks to fly down, and they like it windy so they can, like, cruise. And it like almost has to be raining, so they fly low. So, yeah. And both days I went, it was, like the most beautiful morning. Dude, it was, like, right out of, like, an art book.
Can you imagine?
Like, it's just the shittiest. For me, it was awesome, but for duck hunting weather, it's dog shit.
Damn, that's funny because it's kind of it's kind of funny how opposite it is to the deer.
I know, right? And this weekend was super windy, and when it's super windy, all they do is just bed in really tall grass and don't move at all. So, yeah, it's weird how different it is. Actually, in me and my high school buddies, we did a golf trip this past year for our fantasy football league. Dude, we got to talk about fantasy football. My teams are piss poor.
I didn't do it this year.
Why?
I know.
Why?
Dude, I just don't have a way to watch the fucking teams play.
Oh, I stream it all.
I know. That's too much friction for me.
That's fair.
If I can't click it on my Roku, to me, I just like...
And then you have to keep refreshing and going through the whole pop-up thing.
Yeah, going through all that effort. Just too much.
For me, all that for me to go 2-8.
No.
Yeah, can you push him and push that in?
Yeah, this is so funny. I opened it to see if he would get in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves boxes. Yeah,
So
dude,
weird.
I'm 2-8. And one, I'm in 3 leagues.
Who are your players? Who is your quarterback?
In my 2-8 league,
Yeah.
didn't draft one.
Oh, bro.
And it was Sam Darnold, and then it was Teddy Bridgewater, and then it was Sam Darnold, and then it was Mike White.
I don't know much about fantasy football, but I
it's
know you
not
got to
mine.
draft a QB.
I didn't because I went for some Hail Marys on some draft picks. I also had the number 1 overall pick in a keeper league.
Oh,
And I got Derrick Henry, which was sick,
damn, that is sick.
but then he got hurt.
Whoa.
But I didn't have the pick until the 12th pick on the second round.
Right.
And then that pick was Keenan Allen. And then my 3rd and 4th pick were Dave Montgomery and Julio Jones. They both got hurt.
Damn.
And then my 5th pick was a running back that's a total fucking bust. Mike Davis, fucking worst in the league. And then I don't remember
Where does he play?
6th pick, the Falcons.
Nice.
Out of, I think it was 16 rounds, I'd say 10 of them were total busts.
Wow.
Yeah, my team is dog shit.
And then if your team is dog shit, you have to play the waivers so hard.
So hard.
And if you're not on top of your shit, everybody's getting the waiver. So I don't know, man. There's been leagues where I put effort into fantasy football. There's been years, and
When we worked together, you took it pretty seriously.
yeah, exactly. There were moments. I remember. It was because in college, so I was my first year out of college, not doing it. You know
I'm addicted.
what?
I'm addicted.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a fun thing to do,
I love
and it
football.
makes football fun to watch.
I don't bet, though.
That's fair.
I'm not a better. I tried, and I have. I didn't get much out of it. Even hitting the bet, I was like, okay. I don't know, not for me. Which is a good thing.
It is, I guess. Yeah, definitely.
Can we go back to the topics? Shit,
Yeah.
I want to ask you about. Unless you had something to say.
What?
Did you have something to say?
Nope.
El Paso Unidos.
Oh, right. EP Unidos. Yeah.
So that's a charity. Essentially.
Yeah. In reality, it was a business. It was an LLC.
Yeah, because you sold T-shirts or something, right?
Yeah. We sold T-shirts, those stickers I just gave you, and blouses, I guess, which is a funny story, because I don't know if I would have ever.
Deep V's for girls or something?
Straight up, it was there were blouses. I don't know. It's tank tops. It was tank tops, but for girls. And it's funny because it just showed how little research I did about what girls wanted to wear. Who I asked was "Hey, Mom, what do you think you would wear?"
And she said a blouse?
And she said this tank top. And I guess it was cool, but it's not it wasn't popular with the people our age.
Oh, it was popular for 40 or 5-year-old moms.
Yeah. I thought that was just really funny. But
It was for a shooting, right?
yeah, the reason this all got started is actually for a really sad reason.
Right.
On August 3rd, 2019, the shooter from now we know is from Dallas, targeting Hispanics and Latinos, drove from Dallas to El Paso, to a Walmart on the east side, which is kind of just adding more to the, I don't know, reasoning, yeah. And
what's that word? Motive.
Yeah, motive. And walked in and just started shooting. And 23 people died.
Oh my God.
A few more were injured. And it sucked.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It fucking sucked. Because for a lot of reasons. But a big one being that I don't know, perhaps for myself I just felt like a sort of a sense of, I don't know, I felt like violated because I felt like someone who didn't belong was in my city doing things they shouldn't be doing.
It's powerful.
And it fucking hurt. I remember where I was because I was having coffee with my mom. And we got the note on our iPhone. And immediately we were like, okay, so who do we know over there? My aunt works there, or like in the same area.
Oh, man.
My dad could have potentially been over there because he works in the same area. You just start putting that shit in perspective. They told the entire city, like in this, you know how like the iPhone has like this beep, beep, beep. Mm. They told the entire city that there's an active shooter at Walmart, and to go home. The fuck?
Oh my God.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
23 people.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart. I mean, obviously I can't ever imagine.
Yeah, me neither. And it really sucked. And I knew that I couldn't just sit there and do nothing. Because this was like my city, dude. You know, it's like, yeah. You feel that. You feel that.
For sure.
And it was in the first few hours where I was just like thinking of like what I could do. Like, where can I add the most value to this? Mm-hmm. It's not spreading the word on Facebook. Right. I don't have that many followers.
Right.
You know, it's not like
sharing some post or something.
Sharing posts on Instagram. Like I think sharing posts on Instagram in order to drive awareness is like 100% the reason you should be doing it.
For sure. Sure.
But someone has got to be doing it on the other side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Someone's got to take action.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, your cat's hilarious.
He's ridiculous.
Cats in general are just like funny. I feel like he's gonna kill me.
He's got that look, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's looking straight up at me.
Hey. He's a big one.
Yeah. Anyway. So I knew I had to do something. I knew people that.
So what did you do? You made these shirts. You sold these shirts. You sold these stickers. You sold these blouses.
Tank tops. We'll call them tank tops.
And all the proceeds went to all the families.
Proceeds went to the victims fund, so to speak.
Okay.
The El Paso whatever foundation, for community foundation perhaps.
That's awesome.
Made this fund.
Can I still buy one?
No.
Damn.
It's okay.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. You got the sticker.
Yeah, exactly.
So all the proceeds went to that fund in order to help the families and victims of that shooting. But it really was like a really powerful time in my life and a really powerful time for it to happen. I think it really cemented my love for the border and my love for my city and like the passion that I have to go back and do what, like what Michael Dell did to Austin, what Balto says it's doing for St. Louis. Like, right. I see my destiny being the person that does that for the border or El Paso. I might be wrong. There might be like a lot of people doing it too, and that would be awesome. I think the border needs a it just needs someone to evangelize it because it's absolutely unique in the culture that it brings to the U.S., the value it has by being on the literal border of our number one trading partner in the world, and just like the people that come from it.
Mm-hmm.
So this has come full circle that you're looking up El Paso on the internet here, because one of the biggest reasons that I was so drawn or pushed towards doing something good for El Paso in this time of the shooting was because when you Googled El Paso, Texas, the only thing that came up was the shooting, even in images. And it used to be like this, where you'd see the mountains and the city and like the beauty of being on the border of two like countries.
That's incredible.
And for like a straight year, it was just
Everything
the
shooting. God, that's awful.
And it sucked. And so like I hated that, and I was like, we need to change this, like the perspective. You need to like think about it differently. El Paso is not the place where we got shot. El Paso is this beautiful place where we like came in together as a community to help each other out, because it doesn't matter if you're east side, west side, north side, whatever, like you're all from the same city that loves each other more than anything, even though there's like obviously internal disagreements and there's people that don't like each other, right? Like whatever.
Still one city.
Like
one
above all that,
thing.
you're like El Pasoan. And this kind of like cemented that for me, or at least like it felt that way for the community, where you're just like on a deeper level, more connected. But that's like deep. I'm telling you just like how I feel.
No, that's.
I don't know if this is like the public perception of like how this all went down, but I think
in your eyes and how you experienced it.
Yeah. This is how I interpreted it. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what happened, and it was really awesome because when I felt what I was feeling about starting something and actually like doing the doing part, I immediately knew that I knew people that were feeling the same way. Like the first person, I think the first person I called was Jeffers, who was one of my best friends from college. He was my roommate for 3 years. He is one of my best friends today, but like I met him really in college. I called Jeffers up and I was like, bro, we got to do this. And he was like, down. What should we do? I called my other buddy, John, Juanfe, we call him. Same thing. Like I knew he was down. And then what was really funny is I knew that all three of us were trash designers. And really the only thing we needed was a good design.
That's hilarious.
And so up the street, I kind of grew up with this girl who went to college with me too, but like we went to elementary school together. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
My girl?
Which girl?
Did my logo?
Milo?
My logo?
Your logo. What logo? Yeah. What are you talking about?
The logo for this podcast.
Oh, no, not that girl. Okay. No. She's not from El Paso.
Oh, okay.
She's just dating an El Pasoan.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Anyways.
The girl who did... That's the girl who did your logo. The girl who did our logo and much, much more was... her name... I know her as Abby Gallagher, but she goes by Araby Gallagher now. And she's dope. And she lives up the street from me. And I knew she was a graphic designer. And like really good at it.
That's
sweet. So I hit her up. And she was like... down. And then it was Abby, Jeffers, Juanfe, and myself. And we all had just like this chemistry about working together.
That's sweet.
That it worked. It just like fucking worked. And I think to this day, I feel like, maybe I haven't told them, but like any business we start together,
they're there,
is going to be 100% like successful. Because you can just feel the chemistry that we all have together because our dynamics are so pure, for lack of a better word.
Have you thought about that when you think about starting something and evangelizing El Paso?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because both of them are from El Paso.
All four of us.
Oh, all 4 of you. Okay.
Yeah, all 4 of us were from El Paso. Absolutely. I just don't know what it would be that I would start.
So that was actually on here too. That you've said it before that you wanted to do something like that and like give back to the community and help out the community.
Yeah.
Does that have anything or tie into like all your like ag experience? Or would you do so more in like the tech field?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you said, Dell and Balto, that's tech.
Yeah. I think the reason tech makes sense is because tech is the fastest way to scale.
Sure.
Because tech is kind of, it's kind of like a virus.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of like, once you get in one place, you get in a lot, and you just like spread really quickly.
Yeah.
That's kind of how like a fast growing SaaS company gets its.
Yeah.
It's the same like exponential growth that VCs are looking for, the startups are looking for, that like spread like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyway, so anything else takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
So that's why I think tech makes sense. Tech makes sense. Wow, that was weird.
That's sweet though, dude. That'd be so awesome. I'll support you forever. That'd be sick.
Appreciate that.
If I saw you
just
move back to
don't
El
know.
Paso and we're doing just metric shitloads for the community, I'd cry, dude. That'd be so awesome. But like that right there, again,
We'll see.
that's why like I remember you saying that, but I never knew all of this.
Yeah, and so
That's so deep.
yeah, there's a lot of layers to it.
915, baby.
915, you already know.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones. Shout out, man. He does a lot for El Paso.
I see that. That's awesome.
Anybody from El Paso does a lot for El Paso. I feel like and it's so unique. But you know what? Like, I also feel like St. Louis is in a lot of ways has the same kind of pride in their city.
For sure. I'd say so.
People are like proud to be from St. Louis and they love it here. People leave,
A lot of people.
and then it happens because you like look for bigger opportunities outside
Mm-hmm.
of your city. It literally happened to me. But a lot of people
back here.
stay and they always move back.
Everyone.
Why'd you move back? Oh, it's a good place to raise a family.
It is.
The weather's really nice.
How do you like it?
St. Louis?
You've been here for 3 years now, right?
2.5. I moved here in August of 2019. Late August 2019.
Shit, yeah. So I've known you for 2 years, not 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That was only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I've done a lot in 2 years.
I fucking know, dude. You've done so much. We're on a fucking podcast. Doing the thing.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Did you think, for real, did you think that I'd ever actually do it?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I was like, a lot of the times I was like, man, this is really cool, but am I really going to do it?
I wasn't holding my breath.
I'll
So
take that.
any progress you made was good progress.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here and we're doing it.
Oh, we're doing it.
So it's like, it's sick. Yeah, for sure. You know?
Thanks for coming.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Love
This
you,
is
brother.
sick. Yeah, I love you too.
It's dope. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Yeah, I can see why you could just do this with your buddies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it literally, if it's just 4 of us kicking it, or if we're playing that game, they're like, let's record it. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
this sounds like fun. Yeah, that's sick. So anyway, I don't know what else about El Paso Unidos. It was super fun. It was really quick. We ended up selling about $6,500 worth. Well,
Damn.
we actually sold probably, like in revenue, we had like $14,000
Damn.
in revenue
That's awesome.
over the course of what realistically was 2 weeks. We had a Shopify.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was wild.
I bet you learned a lot.
Dude, it was a micro startup is what it was.
For real.
And it was sick because, yeah, we learned a ton. Obviously, like, this happened, I believe, on a Saturday
Okay.
in the morning. We met that Saturday afternoon, designed it, came up with a name, which was so intentional. It was meant to be a cognate. Do you know what El Paso Unidos means?
El Paso United.
But how do you know that?
I mean, I know somewhat of Spanish.
Well, unidos and united they're called a cognate. It means that like you can insinuate what it means from the way that it sounds, because they're so similar in both English and Spanish.
I was gonna say it'd be kind of hard not to guess that one.
Yeah.
Cognate. I didn't know that word.
And so, look it up real quick. Jamie, look it up.
Can you pull that up?
Because I feel like it might be better if.
I don't know these words.
Yeah, bro. Go back to the definition. What the fuck did you just do?
Having the same linguistic derivation as another from the same original word or root.
Yeah. So
English is German ist, Latin est from Indo-European esti. Okay. And why did you want that? Oh, the other one, a blood relative. I like that one better.
Oh, that is sick.
For law.
Law of blood relative.
Kellen, I bet you knew
Cognate. Why do we want that? Because we are El Paso is a Hispanic primary city in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so everybody who lives in El Paso knows English and Spanish, and if they don't, they know enough because you see it. It's like living in Little Mexico, but it's your whole city.
And I bet whoever came up with Unidos for United, I bet you guys will shit yourself on the spot.
Yeah, straight up. It was like...
Because that couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, exactly. The more we thought about it, I feel like we never thought to ourselves, this word has to be a cognate. We knew for a fact, though, that the name of the whatever we started was not going to be El Paso strong.
I feel like if you weren't bilingual, you wouldn't have that thought.
Perhaps not. Perhaps, though. I don't know.
Like, so, as an example, this happened on El Paso and the border of Mexico and Texas. Like how you were saying St. Louis has that bond. We, person from St. Louis, I wasn't born here, but whatever, wouldn't think of something like that.
Well, because it's a different culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you all had the same thought that it has to be a word
that is bicultural.
Right.
You can say it in both English and Spanish. That had to be the case. And we knew that for a fact. Because that's
so cool.
Those are the things that define, that's like one of the few things that define our border is that.
That defines the city.
That defines the city. But in a bigger level, the border as well is like my whitest friends. No Spanish.
I wish I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm as white as I get.
Yeah. But you living in El Paso,
right?
You would just be aware. It's like it's like how New Yorkers are aware of the like more Jewish culture of things. You know? Because they just like see it every time. It's like in their common lives and stuff. I don't know if that's not a stronger relationship, but it makes the same energy in my head.
No, I get it.
So we knew that. We knew the shirt had to be black. Because we're mourning the city.
Wow, this is way more thought than I would have put into it.
Right? So we knew the shirt had to be black.
Pull that up again.
And then we also knew that these weren't shirts that we were making purely for profit. Although all of our profit did go to so the white shirts you're seeing here and there, the white logo, is we did these on the 2nd anniversary. We put the date because we didn't want... Everything is so intentional, dude. We put the date on there because we didn't want people to forget. We made it white because we were done mourning, and now we were happy. Like we were like on the opposites,
Wow,
spectrum.
Dude, I just got goosebumps. That's crazy.
Yeah. All of it is different. We kept the logo the same for obvious reasons, but...
Two brothers.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, so the shirt, when we knew we didn't want to just do like regular Gildan shirts because although we were doing it for the profit, we were
for El Paso
wanted to do it for the memory. Like I never want people to forget how we felt that day, because that's what's driven me to like where I'm at right now, where like that community and that feeling what we have for each other. And so we also knew we didn't want to do El Paso Strong. We didn't want to do Gildan shirts because we wanted people to wear them for the long term. Like, I wanted this to be a comfy shirt that you would actually want to wear.
The Gildan shirts ones you get for free.
Because the Gildan shirts you get for $10, and you know all that you're doing is getting a memento for your donation.
Right.
At least that's the way I see it. I don't buy a Gildan shirt that's meant for charity because I plan on wearing it. I buy it because
it's a nice shirt.
It helps it helps the charity, and then you also get a shirt.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, I'm following you. I'm 100% following you.
And so I wanted people to buy the shirt for the money that they were donating, but also getting like a really quality shirt that I knew they would want to wear out past the week or 2 weeks that this hype inevitably would have.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it is. That's what it is here. You're in a shooting, you get hyped for 2 weeks max, you get a ton of coverage, things peak really, really quickly, and 3 weeks later, it's no longer in the news. People don't care about your city. People don't send money that way anymore because there's but that's normal and it's okay. At least we get like the 2 week or 3 week attention, right? Mm-hmm. That's why you need people to like continue to like keep things going. And our way of doing that was by making the shirts very wearable. I still get Snapchats of my friends wearing it.
That's awesome.
3 years later.
That's awesome.
That makes and so that like that
and
every
like
time
you're done mourning. What a way to remember.
Yeah. A lot fewer people bought those shirts. We could have done better marketing on that. But in total with the both things, we ended up donating around 6,700.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I've never done anything like that. I'd love to.
We sold like 400 total shirts and tank tops, like hundreds of stickers. We messed up a few orders. You know, like things happened. We
learned a lot.
We learned that you should probably add a cost for shipping because it costs money to ship shit. So like
shipping's expensive,
dude. So I think in reality, if we did everything as efficiently as possible, we probably could have raised another like $1,000 or $1,500 because we probably spent like $1,000 worth of just like mistakes. Like shipping cost us probably ended up costing us like $200 until we figured out that, oh fuck, we have to pay for this. Mm-hmm. So that ate into the cost. The fact that we had to like pay out of pocket for the t-shirts, you know, like
you just got a ton shipped to you.
Yeah. And we were like, oh fuck, we can't necessarily like afford to donate that.
I see what you're saying.
So you have to pay yourself back from the revenue that you make, right? It's like an operation cost. You still end up at zero. You're donating all your profits, but like you're just making sure you're balanced.
Just $14,000 out of your pocket, or
no, we ended up paying probably between all of us like $500.
Oh, okay.
Which I feel like you don't at this point none of us had a job,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
What were you, 24, 25?
I was 24. Yeah.
I'd be freaking out about $500.
Yeah, it's no
100%.
I don't know, it's a different time. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened, and it was sick. We made a ton of mistakes. We learned a ton. We had sleepless nights. We made the Shopify site on Sunday. The designs on Sunday, we put everything was live on Sunday. This happened Saturday. Everything was live on Sunday by 12 p.m.
Oh my Lord.
We still didn't know who was gonna make these shirts.
What'd you do?
We just put fake designs on the internet. We're like, fuck it, let's just get all the orders and see if this actually has any traction. We started getting orders up the ass.
Damn. What'd you say, 400?
Yeah. Something like that.
That's so many fucking shirts.
Bro, we had zero shirts. We had nothing.
Don't worry, we'll find them for you, people.
The next day, we started just calling people up. Hey, we have...
I'm sorry, that's kind of funny.
We have now 150 orders that we don't know how we're going to fulfill. Our shipping the first few days had next day air for free.
Oh my god.
So we had to start emailing all these people that like clicked next day air that we weren't
free.
For free that we weren't gonna do that.
And that's like a $40 thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not gonna pay for the next day air. We'll ship it to you normal, but we'll eat that cost.
Oh man.
Right?
Oh man.
And then there was just like a ton of like silly mistakes like that all across the board that you just like wouldn't know you would make until you do it. I feel like you feel the same way about this podcast.
For sure. For sure. Because when I had the idea and I was like, I'll do it. And then I did it. I came up with a website. I made the design. I recorded something. I was like, oh, it's cake. Like, in 2 days, it's done. And then, like, 4 months later, I'm like, fucking A.
Yeah.
And, like, in your case, you had crunch time between 4 people and essentially, 24 hours to figure it out.
Yeah.
From Sunday until you had to get these things out.
Yeah. And then Spotify costs money. It was like $100 out of our
Shopify.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to pay for Shopify. You have to pay for the account. You have to pay for the URL, elpasonidos.com. You have to pay for all these random ass things. Little tiny
and
ass
then you got to
things.
get overnight shipping on an order of 150 t-shirts.
Bro.
To then figure out how to print shipping labels.
Take that to the next level. We wanted someone local.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We weren't going to custom ink these motherfuckers.
Oh my god. How'd you find someone local?
We
just
called
some print shop?
Yeah, we just like fucking put it on the internet. Eventually one of our friends got word. This was someone from the community, someone from the Jewish community owns a print shop, and they hooked it up.
Wow.
Shout out Mr. Perlman.
Shout out Mr. Perlman.
Very grateful for him. I don't know if he knows like how grateful I am of him and how grateful we are of him. Like, because without him,
I'll edit this clip and send it to you. You send it to him.
Yeah, that's a good. That would be
57
dope.
minutes. Because I bet that would make his fucking week.
Yeah, I mean, but it's true. He is the reason. I don't think we ever like. He helped us a ton, man. Like he sacrificed a ton. I also think like towards the end we may have had a few disagreements in terms of like how we would have preferred to run things, and that probably came from our ignorance. Like I think I don't think it was like very well intentioned. It was never anything against anything, but we just like thought maybe this or maybe that. We didn't know what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. But you sent it.
We didn't know anything. Yeah, I don't even think Mr. Perlman knew what the fuck he was getting into.
He pulled through, though.
He pulled through. We got some things right, but, like, we also got some things wrong, and that was cool. Apparently, I messed up my mom's order. My mom's order was the biggest one.
Attaboy.
Shout out, Mom. Bought some for her company.
Dude, but that's the whole thing about anything is, like, you can have the idea, and, like, you could have thought of the idea at the time, but, like, exactly what you were saying, if you would have waited 2 weeks and done it and just, like, took in your guys' time and not actually taken action, you might have donated, like, $600.
If that.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to go into the bathroom.
For sure.
Restroom real quick.
I'll cut it.
Yo, this is sick. I love, wow, the difference you hear when you take the things off.
So who has the 2 picks? Oh, my God. The 49ers are destroying the Rams.
Oh, for real?
It's 21-7 at half.
Oh, that's not destroying. Come on.
Dude, I was expecting the opposite.
Patriots destroyed Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They
This is
did.
still a game.
San Francisco's 3-5. At least the Browns lost to a playoff team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'll cut that out to a minute. Yeah. That's the next thing that I'm learning on this is clips. I didn't do that for the past 2. And I guess it's just more editing that I have to do, but that's one thing I got to figure out.
Clips. Yeah, anyway. So that's what that was. EP Unidos, dude. Fucking crazy shit.
EP Unidos.
Yeah. El Paso Unidos. EP Unidos.
All right, so pivot. I feel like it's very Texas of you to be into polo.
Oh. I should have seen this coming.
Yeah. You're a national champion in polo
Yeah. Yeah.
for Texas A&M.
Yeah.
What year was that?
We won 2 years while I was there, but one year I get 1 year I was on the bench, and the second year I was I would consider captain. I was captain. 2018.
That's so lit. You're the only person that plays polo.
Co-captain with my buddy Christian Icinen. He was dope.
So what years was this in school?
My senior year.
Your senior year and junior year?
My sophomore and senior year. But my sophomore year I was like straight up on the bench. I didn't even travel.
That's how I was with lacrosse when we won state. I think I played like maybe 20 minutes the entire season.
Yeah, maybe. Same.
So how'd you get into polo, and why polo?
How did I get into polo?
That is such a specific sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, dude.
I mean, not in my circles.
Yeah, I know.
Not in my circles. Polo.
But like, you know who plays polo here?
Yeah. They're really good people. Really good people. Really awesome. Very well intentioned. Like
Very good people.
St. Louis pride people. You know.
Big time.
It's like dope. It's dope. I love to be around that kind of energy. I got into polo because, I had been horseback riding since I was like 8 years old. Just like in summer camps and during the year, just kind of like.
I saw that you volunteered at like a horse farm or something.
Yeah, that was later.
Summers.
That was later in my life.
But still, you had your horses young. You were into horses young, and then you kept on doing it.
Yeah, so I was into horses young, and then in high school, the way that I tell this story is that I was kicked out of the cross country team. I was asked to leave the cross country team. I was asked to resign because I would.
That's what I say about Balto. Shout out Mark and Chris. Whatever. No salt at all, though.
Oh God, that's funny.
No salt at all.
Because I never went to any of the meets. Because fuck the meets. I would go to the practices, but I would bail. I would ditch. I would run the I would like not try at all.
Dude, miss me with cross country.
And I guess the coach eventually noticed. And I was like, Coach, I'm Jewish. I can never do Saturday meets.
You motherfucker.
He got kind of pissed, I think. But he couldn't do anything about it. So I said, tell you what, Coach. If I go to the rest of the meets this year in practice, like, you'll bring my grade back up. Because he took it down to an 80.
This was a grade?
Yeah, cross country was a grade. It was like a PE class. And so he took me down to an 80.
No. Yeah.
An 80. An 80 when PE should just be 100. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because in high school, you're just trying to get your GPA as close to 100 as possible.
Right.
And so when you have a class that brings you down that much, that should be 100.
Yeah, I think for me, at 80, it was like a 2.7, not even like a 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was trash. And especially, I wouldn't fret over an 80 in English.
But PE, the one that's supposed to boost your grade,
You know what I'm saying?
it should be like a 4.4.
But that 100 in PE needs to make my English 80 a 90.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
And you were bombing cross country? Dude, that's fucking
Dude,
funny.
bombing cross country, so I fucking got pissed. And I was like, Coach, it's because I'm Jewish, I swear. Saturday morning, temple, you know how it is. And he was like, tell you what. Well, he said, tell you what, if you don't sign up for cross country next semester, I'll bump it back up. He said, like, off the record, I think. I like read between the lines of what he was saying.
That's so funny. So then the next year how'd you get into polo?
And so the next year I didn't do cross country. I told my parents that I can't do it. And my mom was like, well, you have to do a sport.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I was like, well, I always did like horseback riding. So I got back into horseback riding. And the place that my mom connected me with was a polo ranch in El Paso.
And that's where you volunteered at?
That's where I volunteered at. That's where it all started. And so My mom's best friend's sister owns that ranch.
Okay. Was it a polo ranch or a horse ranch?
It's a horse polo ranch.
Okay. Well, obviously, you need horses for polo.
So it had this huge field. They had a bunch of cool things.
So how does that work, though? Your high school didn't have a team?
No. It ended up not being like official through high school or anything.
I imagine not.
But my mom just needed me to do stuff.
Right. Just keep you busy.
Yeah. She was like, well, you can't not do a sport. Like, you have to do a sport. I was like, okay, what about this? And she's like, only if you do it three or four times a week. And I was like,
as if it were a sport.
As if it were a sport. And I was like, okay. And then I committed. And then I hated it. I actually hated it. It sucked because the first 3 months, dude, you were trash. No matter how good of a horseback rider you are, like the first 3 months, you're grabbing a mallet and learning how to hit the ball from the ground on a moving horse. You're not good.
No, I'd imagine not.
It's just not a natural thing that you want to do. It's hard. It's a weird motion. And maybe I was just clumsy and it took me 3 months and like really good athletes could get it in a month or whatever.
I'd imagine it's impossible.
For me, it was the first 3 months where I felt like, wow, this is the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. Granted, I was 15, so like, what are difficult things?
It was your sport. You had to learn a new sport.
Yeah.
I knew kids like that in lacrosse. They'd never touched a lacrosse stick, and then they came out for their first time freshman year or sophomore year, and like they literally couldn't be on the field.
Right.
But then by the end of the year, they could hold their own after 5 months of it.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I actually started playing hockey, and that's how I feel.
Right, yeah. Street hockey. Well, you did real hockey.
No, I do real hockey.
Because you were telling me about street hockey that one time.
Yeah, I've done both. I haven't gone to the street hockey place in a long time, though. If they listen to this, they wouldn't like it.
How you like real hockey?
Yeah, but I'm on skating leagues on Saturday, so I can't do both. Because then I'll just be very wiggly for my Saturday skates. And I'd rather be good Saturday skates than good morning on my feet.
I feel that. No, 100%.
So that's where I'm at with that. But anyway, polo, that's how I got into it. And then 3 months later, you just like hit the ball once and it feels good and you're like addicted. And then kept doing that through high school, started playing at this ranch, I started volunteering in exchange for lessons, did a bunch of shit. Started like...
That's dope. That's an awesome way to do it. Probably learned a lot about horses.
Yeah, dude, you start cleaning up their shit every day. Like, it was a job. I would get there. I had a car, so I would get there between 6:30 and 7 and leave between 12:30 and 1. 12, or sometimes 11, sometimes 1.
During the summer?
During the summer.
Wow. That's work.
Yeah. Just fucking cleaning. It's called mucking stalls in English. Mucking stalls, which is just like taking the shit out of it. You know how you clean your cat litter?
Yeah, same shit.
Like that, but...
Times 10. Probably times 100.
Just in real life.
Yeah. Horse shit is a lot of shit. That's a grind.
Then, dude, it was just a lot
So you
of
would
fun.
do that shit from like... You do that shit in the morning and then like have practice for like an hour or two and then you go home?
Yeah.
So you learned that and you kept on doing that for 2 or 3 summers?
Yeah.
And then how did A&M happen?
A&M happened because...
Was it an A&M team?
It was an A&M team. I went out to A&M.
Did you go to... Did it have them having a polo team have a part in it?
Yeah, the polo team had a part in it. So I went to go visit A&M. And one of my visits, I visited the polo club. And there was this, like, silly... it's like a scholarship that pays for your books, basically, that the rec club gave rec athletes if you played on a varsity sport. So maybe if it was like, I think maybe it was like $2,000 a semester, maybe a year. So maybe it was less.
Okay.
So they said I could get that, and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. But you had to be on the polo team.
But I had to be on the polo team, which was awesome. I was trying to do that.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then...
I mean, any money's good money.
Yeah, it was barely any, but it was nice. It was for the boys.
And then you won sophomore year.
And we won. Okay, so then I started playing freshman year, bro. I sucked.
So no wonder you were bench warmer sophomore year.
Dude, I thought I was good.
Then you played out in college.
Because when I played in a couple scrimmages before, like, I guess the coach was just trying to see if I was good or not. Mm-hmm. And I came through and I played and I played well. But then the first like 6 months of me playing in college, could not hit the ball. Everything was trash.
Oh no.
So, not the best way to start.
When you say can't hit the ball, like literally you pulling up in the ball and missing?
Yeah.
I bet that's so defeating.
Dude.
Especially after you think you know you got it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
But you're going fast. You're doing things. And sometimes it, like, bounces and you miss it.
Sure.
Shit happens. But when it happens too many times, it's not a good thing. Everybody moves so fast. Like, there's different kinds of polo. College polo is not Patron polo. Well, Patron polo is like when you're playing with a Patron, basically like the person who's sponsoring the team, and
that's how that works.
You kind of go slow and you feed it to him or her, and it's like fun, friendly, family polo.
Yeah,
which is what I was used to.
Right.
College polo, they don't care about your feelings, bro.
You ain't getting this ball, son.
Dude, they don't care. They don't care that you just started. They don't care about anything. You're there to win.
Holy shit.
And I should have been expecting that, and I didn't.
And now you're still doing it, right?
Yeah, now I do it here in St. Louis.
Are you doing the same thing? Traditional field sport, one of the world's oldest known team sports. Two opposing teams, the object is scoring using a long hand and wooden mallet to hit a small hard ball to the opposing team's goal. I can't even guess what a polo goal or a polo field looks like.
Dude, I'll invite you next summer. You and Britt can come.
For sure. That's just such an obscure sport to be in. And I love that's how you got into it. That's hilarious. They cross country could just eat shafts, and I'm going to go play polo.
Dude, look at this. They have elephant polo up in this bitch.
The gentleman sport.
That's wild. They do that in Thailand.
So then you won your senior year.
Yeah, so then we won my senior year, but the reason that I laughed when I first said that is because I actually broke my thumb in the regional championship through the national. So, like, I didn't actually play in the national championship.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
But that was, like, the year that I was playing and stuff, right? So,
you got you guys there.
Well, I wasn't the best on the team at that point. I was the most senior person, and, like, I knew like the processes and stuff. You know, I was like the back end captain, I'd say.
I'm following. How big is a field? 300 yards? Holy shit. I mean, yeah, you're on a horse.
Yeah.
Like, you're not playing that on a football field.
Anyway, so that's how I got started. Polo, and we win our sophomore year. My sophomore year, I don't go. I actually end up going to Chili Fest, which is this like festival in College Station. It's like a Texas country music festival.
Yeah.
It's called Chili Fest, and
awesome.
You just kind of go out. It's like,
is there a bunch of chili?
Yeah, it's like fraternities have tents and they like build them out.
Oh, that's
it's
sweet.
Like, yeah, it's super sick. Especially if you have friends in fraternities or if you do this kind of thing. What's super funny about that is, like, probably my sophomore year, the person who would get me into fraternity parties didn't even go to A&M.
No way? How'd that work? Just a friend of a friend?
So it was one of my best friends, Sammy. He went to UT. Was really good friends with Sigep at A&M. And the Sigep and I knew each other, and he would invite me out to shit. But, like, really, my way in was through Sammy.
That's awesome.
So that was super fun. But Anyway, Chili Fest was dope. It was a good time. Went with some friends, did some things, and there's a lot of El Paso people in A&M.
College Station.
So you end up just kind of like seeing them a ton and doing good things.
That's dope.
Yeah. Anyway, won that sophomore year, but then my senior year we won for real because I felt it. It was like my senior year, captain. I didn't play in the national championship. Kind of blew, actually, because I was really looking forward to playing.
Damn.
I had a broken thumb. But I actually also think it was for the better. Like, in a lot of ways, I feel like, I don't know if we would have won if I played. You know, like, things happen for a reason.
Yeah, 100%. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Because I know, like, towards the end there, this guy named Fritz Fellhaber and I, we were, like, competing for that third spot.
Is it 3v3?
It's 3v3, but you have 4 players. And so we wanted, you want to play 3 players straight for 4 truckers.
What's a trucker?
A trucker is like a quarter. So if you play quarter in basketball or period in hockey, in polo it's called the chucker.
Chucker.
Yeah.
How many are there in a game? A match?
In college, there are 4. In professional, it's like 6 typically.
Jesus. How long is one?
7 to 7.5 minutes.
Oh, so pretty short. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure for riding a horse, it's not that short.
Right. If it doesn't feel as short as it is.
What's a typical score of a polo game?
In the teens.
Like 14, 13?
Some can go up to 20. Some can stay as low as 6 or 4, 3.
Sounds like lacrosse.
But typical is like low teens.
I'd love to go to a game. You should invite me.
yeah, I'll let you know. I played in a charity match this year, actually.
Really?
Yeah. That would have been a good place for you to come, actually. I should have told you.
You're always sending those Snapchats. Looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
And you're drinking.
Yeah. It's a good time. Polo, man. It's like become a part of my identity at this point. It's hard for me to imagine a world where I move to a city where polo doesn't exist. Like, it's one of my requirements.
You're going to buy a horse?
It's the goal, baby. I had a horse one day. What?
A bunch of horses?
Hopefully, yeah. A whole string.
Was it you that told me about that dude in Argentina?
That cloned his horses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to have been.
I think I watched something because of you. Yeah, it had to have been.
Yeah.
That shit was so crazy. What's his name?
Adolfo Cambiaso. F-O. Yeah.
Adolfo Cambiaso. And he has like world-class horses, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's probably the best polo player ever. He's like the Michael Jordan of polo.
10-goal handicap.
Yeah.
That means for you to win, you have to win 10-2.
No. That means, let's say if we have a team and we're all 0 handicap.
Yeah.
And we're playing against a team that's all 0 handicap except for him. So they have a 10 handicap. That means that we start with 10 goals.
Holy shit.
So the game starts
at 10-0.
At 10-0.
And this guy clones horses.
This guy clones horses.
Today he was considered the best player in the world and the most successful player in Argentine Open. Competing 15, winning 7, played in the final, another 2. Holy shit. Cloning at age 25. And he's 46, like so he's young. Yeah, and he sells these for like shitloads, doesn't he?
What's up?
1,000 horses. Oh
yeah.
My God. How do you feel about this?
I think it's crazy. This guy lives a good life, man. What can I say? Because even he himself is a millionaire, just like because of the way that it works.
Right.
But he hangs out with billionaires.
For sure. It's polo.
So he's a millionaire living a billionaire life.
How do you feel about the horse cloning, though? 2010 produced the first clone.
I don't have strong feelings about it. I think it's cool tech.
I think it's needed.
Would I clone Chammy? Maybe. You know?
But, like, without cloning, we're going to lose a lot of species.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another conversation. But like for real, like there's some like tigers or elephants or lions out there that there's only like 800 of them left.
Yeah, that's
And
so true.
I'd rather keep those.
I'd
And I
rather-
know the whole environmental thing, like that's another conversation.
Yeah,
But I'd like to keep a lot of those animals around.
I'd like to keep those animals around too.
Right.
Yeah. I 100% agree. And actually, one of the things to think about.
Clone of his horse. Say that word.
Quartetera.
Quattatero was bought for $800,000.
Yeah, Quartetera is his best horse.
No clones are now sold, only their foals. Wow. That's nuts. What were we just talking about?
I was gonna say that something about a business. Oh, El Paso, Unidos,
Yeah.
the business for the border.
Yeah.
The best way, in my opinion, to make the biggest impact is to start a business that solves a problem.
For sure.
Can you imagine the person who solves our like waste problem? Millionaires.
Trillion.
Trillion. The person who solves the problem to the hardest climate, to fighting climate change. Millionaire.
The whole nuclear energy thing.
Nuclear energy millionaire. You know what I'm saying? There's like so much money to be made in businesses that make a positive impact in the world.
100%. I'm so with that. I can't it's obviously I'm not an economist, but like this whole forever growth strategy angers me so much. Like the whole profit over everything kind of a deal. Like we have to increase these stock prices or else we're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me so angry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to just kind of have like businesses that last 100 years instead of businesses that last, 5 to 10.
And businesses that gave a shit.
And businesses that gave a shit. So,
That's no cap at all.
the reason I brought this up is because, I don't know. I forgot.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah, sure.
So, making an impact and starting businesses, your hydroponic
Oh,
research.
infeed.
And that's kind of why I asked about the ag thing earlier. Because didn't you major in like ag tech or something at
Yeah.
A&M?
I majored in ag business.
Okay. An infeed. It was like a reason. Or you were an intern? No, you started it.
Yeah.
And it was like hydroponic vegetable growth, right?
No.
What was it?
It was basically rearing black soldier fly larvae to convert. It was basically a business that bioconverted food waste into high protein diets for food, for agriculture, for fish and chickens, right? Like aquaculture and poultry.
What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of like a hydroponic farm, which is
I thought you did something with that.
no. You're thinking of what I'm telling you about, but it was definitely, I'm sure we talked about the hydroponic aspect of it because.
We'll keep going. So the
idea was to
infeed was that?
bioconvert. Yeah, it was really funny because I don't remember who.
bioconverting, I wrote it down, bioconverting organic waste into high protein feed for chickens.
Yeah. So.
Keep going. How and why?
So why is because Jeffers, we were roommates. He came up to me one day and he was like, "Bro, we have to compete in this pitch competition. The winner gets to go to this thing called Thought for Food." And we're like, "Fuck yeah, Thought for Food!"
A business pitch competition?
Yeah, at A&M for the School of Agriculture.
Oh, that's sweet.
So actually, the competition, it was like 6 of us. So you had, yeah, I'll have another beer.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
No,
I'm
you're
just
good.
I'm just gonna cut all this, but
Yeah.
I want you to keep going on this.
You're good.
How long do you think we've been going for?
Jeez, it's 8:49. Probably like an hour.
Hour and a half.
We've been going for an hour and a half. Damn. I'll have a McLobe. shit. Damn.
All right. How and why of converting
Oh,
into
we
food?
wanted to compete in this pitch competition because we thought we had a really easy way to travel to Brazil. Thought for Food was going to be in Brazil.
Whoa.
So I think
Let's go. Why?
I think we had like it was like, yo, so if we win this, we get a free trip to Brazil to go to this conference. That sounds sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's compete. Worst case, we just don't, we lose. Best case, we win and we go to a free trip to Brazil.
For sure. No reason not to.
And we knew, having it been the Department of Agriculture's pitch competition, like, there wasn't going to be that many people. I think we have a good chance. Because we went to the informational and there was maybe like 10 people. Jefferson and I looked around at each other and we were like, we could win.
We could do this. We could swing this.
Yeah.
So you guys competed with those 10 people.
So we got home and we started like thinking about what we wanted to do. There was like 5 or 6 categories you could compete with it. And it was like agriculture, health insurance, economic impact. It was like an impact
For the business school, or was this through the ag school?
through the agriculture school.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, like 6 categories. We chose to get in the food category, disrupting like food or whatever.
Okay.
And
Innovation, some shit.
innovation of some shit. And we had been talking a lot about like insects as food for humans in the recent like couple months leading up to this. So it was top of mind.
There's a lot of protein in some bugs.
Yeah. And Mexico eats crickets.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in your little tacos and you like eat them. It actually adds a good crunch.
I was going to say that, yeah. I bet it's like a better French fried onion.
Yeah, straight up. I don't know about better, but I think it like the texture part is definitely
I get
similar.
you.
And
I'd try it.
we kept thinking about food for humans, and we were like, kept looking at each other, and we were like, bro, there's no way in hell we ever eat crickets just like out of a bag, like the same way we eat our Doritos.
No.
Ever. There's no
shot.
world I live in
No.
where I'm like, oh, crickets, Come over here, Jack.
No.
You're bringing them out for the podcast? Fuck no. So we were like, who would eat? Who would eat? Who would?
I'll tell you
eat
what.
bugs?
If you would have brought them, I would have. If you would have eaten one, I would have eaten one.
Yeah, but that's it. That's where it ends.
Yep.
You're not gonna just like
If
continue.
I go to El
crunching.
Paso with you, and you give me a taco with one, I'll try
Yeah,
it.
for sure. It's the same thing I do. And if they're there, I might put it on the taco. It has a good crunch. It's very like umami taste. You know, it's like a very.
Is it just like a dead cricket, or is it like fried?
It's fried. It's a fried cricket. It's not just dead. All water.
That's what I was.
Come on, Jack.
I was like, that's kind of fucked up, but
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's a fried. It's they're pretty good and they have like a lot of spice to them. So anyway,
I'm following.
But anyway, we like knew we didn't want to eat them like Doritos, so we're like, who would eat crickets like they were Doritos? Fucking chickens. Fucking fish.
Chickens.
You know, like. So then we kind of started thinking about it that way. We're like, wait a second. What if you can put insects in the food that feeds us? I don't care if a chicken eats bugs before I eat the chicken.
I wouldn't either. It's chicken.
It's chicken.
I don't know what my shit eats already.
Exactly. Matter of fact, it's probably more natural for chickens to eat bugs
Way better.
than it is for them to only eat grain. So there might be like certain advantages there, right?
It's quite literally a better source of protein.
Yeah, exactly. And if a chicken were in the wild, it's not eating pellets. It's eating fucking bugs.
Worms, snails, slugs,
Exactly.
crickets.
Literally. So we're like, damn, I mean, that's part of their natural diet. So we just kept thinking about it that way.
So what'd you do? Like physically, literally, what did you do?
Physically, we ended up having, I called it a project because.
Did you like a cricket farm in your...
Yeah, no,
apartment
so
or something?
we ended up not doing crickets. There's actually a lot of environmental issues with crickets because crickets, if they get away from your farm, can actually end up devastating like the farmland
Some sort of,
adjacent to it.
like an invasive species kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's kind of like like think of like the locust, like
yeah, because they just eat everything,
mhm.
terrorize it all.
Yeah, they just eat everything and tears it all. So there is actually kind of like a pretty heavy economic impact if you do crickets wrong. And economic and environmental impact if you do crickets wrong.
Interesting.
So,
News to me.
bro, we come across this fucking thing called the black soldier fly larva.
Black soldier fly.
Yeah,
Lava?
just put black soldier fly. And the black soldier fly, yeah, that little thing, is the most amazing insect to ever walk this earth.
So that's not a house fly. God, that's gross. That's what you had?
Yeah, we had a bunch of those maggots.
No,
We ate
couldn't-
some. We ate some.
No, I was just about to
Yeah.
fuck that. No
We
shot.
fucking ate some, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
So
We
this
tried
isn't just a
everything with
house
them.
fly. What's the deal with this fly?
Right. So it's not a housefly. They're actually non-invasive, local flies that don't bother you. Actually, they prefer to stay away from you.
Dude, this is so gross. Of course you did this. Why black soldier fly maggots may be the environment's new BFF.
Dude, yeah.
Arizona Central.
All
Look
this
at
shit
that.
is popping off now.
All right, keep going. You did what with these little larvae?
So these motherfuckers eat.
Larvae? Whatever the fuck.
They eat organic waste. So you feed them an apple, and they get bigger.
Compost.
Yeah, compost. So the idea was, if
And they get bigger.
the flies, they mate and then they die. They're local to the North America.
Look at that. 51 black soldier fly. Aggie horticulture.
Bro.
Dot
Yeah,
tammy.edu.
I bet this is written by Jeff Tomberlin. So we start looking this thing up, and we bump into things just like this
Candace Hawaskin.
from A&M.
Did you look at this? Class of 2005?
Oh, damn. So we start running into this. Turns out, bro, this is where it gets wild. This is where we felt like it was destiny.
This is so bizarre.
So bizarre. Like, we got into this rabbit
Again,
hole.
so fucking specific.
So specific, so random. Turns out the #1 researcher on black soldier fly larvae is a professor
Tamu.
at Texas A&M.
Wow.
So Jeff and I go fucking nuts. We're like, holy shit. So look up Jeffrey Tomberlin. Yeah, that would work probably. Tomberlin. Tomblin,
Lin.
yeah. That motherfucker.
Entomology.
This dude was like on, like those.
Shout out Jeff.
Yeah, bro. Jeff, another huge mentor of mine.
My areas of interest and expertise are the ecology and biology of flies associated with decomposing matter.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily, my research falls in two categories: determine proper methods for suppressing fly populations associated with animal waste on confined animal facilities. Holy shit. Understanding biology of insects that colonize human remains in order to assist law enforcement personnel in estimating the time
Forensics.
of colonization of a corpse in order to provide a minimum post-mortem interval.
Yeah,
Oh God.
That's called forensic entomology.
Holy shit, dude. So in this research, you came across this guy.
Yeah, and we were like, holy fuck, this guy goes to A&M.
Shit chickens.
Let's go fucking visit him. We got that email. We email him,
Met up with him.
and we told him about this pitch competition, this idea we had, and he encouraged us like no one else has encouraged us before.
Look at all these publications.
So he kind of became like an advisor to us.
/ mentor.
Eventually became a mentor. Out of college, I almost worked for him.
As a research assistant?
Nope. He has a side business on the side selling black soldier fly larvae for feed for chickens.
Holy shit, dude.
But like as treats. You know how like you buy Tito treats and I buy Chammy treats? People buy their chickens treats.
That's awesome.
And those treats are black soldier fly larvae. And that's what he sold.
His Twitter's is @fliesfacility. Should we look at it?
Dude, that video of him, is, if you go back one, that's a black soldier flag larva, is him in, I think this might be him in like a Nat Geo, no, I guess it isn't.
And this podcast.
But Jeff Tomberlin has been like on Nat Geo TV being like, you know how like they interview experts in whatever field?
Yeah.
Like he was part of the Nat Geo people that they interviewed. Like he's on a documentary somewhere talking about this shit.
That is crazy. Does he have a TED Talk?
Yeah, he's got everything.
And this wasn't your professor. This was just a guy that you found.
This is just a guy that we stumbled upon. Dude, yeah, huge mentor
This
of
dude
ours.
seems like a genius. What? Okay, keep going.
He encouraged us. He kept us going. He gave us ideas. He made us think a lot. Too much, I would argue. Sometimes I wish he would have given us the answer, but instead he saw us fuck up on stage. And then we didn't end up winning this competition. We ended up getting second place to these girls who we thought were doing. They did great.
To put it nicely.
But we thought what they proposed wasn't innovative.
They did great. Sure.
But we fucked up because we talked about the wrong value proposition of the black soldier fly larva. I think in our presentation time, and by the way, our team was Jeffers and this girl named Izzy, who was my other roommate's girlfriend at the time. Izzy was huge in this project. She was like this super legit like business major.
Had her shit going on.
She knew how to present. She knew like PowerPoints. You know, she was
Right.
like Big Four destined.
Right.
While Jeffers and I were like startup destined. You know, we wear hoodies and shit.
Love it. Jeans and sneakers.
Yeah, jeans and sneakers. Could not catch me wearing a suit ever.
Shout out all the suits.
So anyway, shout out Izzy because she ended up helping us a ton with this. She became part of it. She was like down to go to Brazil with us. It was a lot of fun.
That's sick.
And then we did the whole thing, and we ended up presenting to these fucking soybean farmers from Oklahoma, or I don't know, some agriculture at Texas A&M. You can just imagine the kind of judge we had, right?
Yeah.
It was like the department head who comes from the soybean family capital of fucking Texas or whatever, right?
Some real exciting stuff.
Yeah, so like that kind of, we had those kind of judges, and we were talking about how the black soldier fly larva feed, so to speak. If we were to make their larva feed, we would in turn help the farmer. I don't know. We fucked up the value prop, so it didn't make sense. We got shat on by these farmers saying that we're competing with farmers now, and that way, and because of that, I think it's a stupid idea. So we didn't know our audience, and we proposed the wrong value prop.
What was the one you should have taken?
We're turning organic waste into feed for aquaculture. Instead, we should have been pushing the circular economy versus, instead we were pushing to like be replacing a certain economy that like really cares about their stake in it. When in reality, we were talking about like 3%. We were like, if we can replace 3% of soybean as protein for chickens, and maybe we can like become something. This is dumb. I was a young little boy not knowing what to do, but it was, I mean, at the time it was dope.
Thinking of the Skrilla.
Yep. We ended up losing. Nothing happened. We had the best presentation by
Did you
far.
go to Brazil?
No, nothing.
So if you won, you went to Brazil.
If you won, you went to Brazil. If you got second place, you got like a pat on the back.
That's dope, though. That's some wicked experience.
Wicked. But anyway, Jefferson and I kept kind of talking about it. Like, Tomberlin seems to believe in it. We seem to believe in Tomberlin. Maybe we should do something about it. So we kind of kept going on the side for like the rest of the year. We grew, we raised black soldier fly larvae in our backyard in our house in college. We had like so many, not thousands, but like hundreds of flies all the time. Our roommates hated us for it.
I bet. What'd you do with them all?
Well, they don't bother you.
They're just flies everywhere.
They just exist.
So there's
But
just like
the same way, the same place where we were trying to raise these particular flies, we were also getting house flies. And so impulsively, one of my roommates also got a horny toad, like those little lizards.
Yeah.
We used a lizard to kind of like fend off the flies. It was
For
hilarious.
population control.
I actually don't know if that's why he got it. That's the story I tell myself, at least. I bet he got it just because randomly he wanted a fucking lizard.
It's actually called a horny toad.
Yeah.
Horned lizards.
But they're horny toads, dude.
The horny toad.
Dude, I swear they're called horny toads somewhere.
Oh my god. He's got one of these things?
Yeah, one of those motherfuckers.
Bro, that's funny as fuck. TCU's the horned frogs. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a badass little dude.
Yeah, it is a badass little dude.
Reptiles freak me the fuck out.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Same with frogs. I don't fuck with frogs. That's actually hilarious. Me and one of my roommates in college said about getting a piranha.
So we got one.
No way! You're shitting me. Who? You and your roommates?
The same one.
No way.
Had I don't know, like a piranha cousin. I don't think you were legally allowed to have a piranha where we were or something, or it was really hard to get. But they were like, "Oh, you want something like a piranha?" And they sold us like the sister, like the cousin.
Jesus Christ! You feed it anything?
Yeah.
Would you feed it like rats or something?
No, we fed it fish. It was like those goldfish that they sold.
That's hilarious.
It wasn't like a fucking piranha. How you
we wanted to get like a 6-inch piranha.
Yeah, no, ours were like little. But dude, we would. This is so bad.
I've done worse.
We would sometimes jokingly, we would place fake bets on which fish would be the first to get eaten.
I kind of like that.
It was so fucked up.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. You put like 4 or 5 in there and just see which one got eaten first.
Yeah, I mean, we were feeding it. Right. We're not doing it. We're not doing it for fun.
You're feeding it. It's gotta eat.
It's gotta eat. And this is how it's told to be fed. We're just choosing to watch it.
I have a friend that I think he had it at school. Or maybe he had it after school. I don't know, whatever. I've got a friend that has a snake. And whenever he feeds a snake, he puts it on his Snapchat story. And so, every few days, you just see a video of a snake grabbing a mouse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's like the urge.
That's exactly why we wanted to get a piranha, though. We
Yeah.
wanted to feed it shit. Yeah. As fucked up as that
so
is.
fucked up. But why?
Dude,
I don't know. If you had that urge and I had that urge, it must be like a normal thing to think about.
Same reason you watch animal fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so true. I couldn't watch dogs fight, though.
No, fuck that.
I don't know. Maybe for me, fish perhaps have a lower sense of cognitive recognition.
Fish are fish.
Yeah, right?
A lot of people are going to disagree with that.
I feel like it's controversial.
Fish are fish.
I
understand dolphins and sharks and turtles.
Those aren't.
Right. I understand sea life. But
Yeah.
when we're talking about goldfish that you can buy for 60 cents at Walmart,
That's just.
those are like flies to me at that point.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it. I hate to say that out loud, but I feel the same way.
Any given pond you walk by has 1,000 fish in it.
Yeah, straight up.
No, I don't know. Maybe they have a hive mind or something that we don't know about.
I don't know. Anyway, fucking fish. So we would watch them place bets on which fish would get eaten first.
It was fucking hilarious.
It was wild, dude. And sometimes you see it and the fucking eye would pop off.
I'm cutting this for an edit because it was fucking hilarious.
Sometimes you'd see it it eat the fucking tail, and you're like, oh,
Would
shit.
it bite them in half?
Dude, yeah.
Do you know what this fish was called?
It was fucking no, I don't.
What, piranha family?
Just yeah. But piranha that you can buy at a aquarium or at a pet store. It would look something like that. I mean, it kind of looked like a piranha, but it just was never a fully grown.
Dead ass when I was in I want to say like 8th grade, freshman year of high school. I saved up enough money to buy this species of shark. It was only like $250. Spotted, striped, bamboo. Yeah, spotted bamboo shark.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it's a bottom feeder that grows up to like 2.5 feet long. And I was so pumped to get it. My mom even took me to a fish store like an hour away because they had some. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want one. And then I like kept on looking into it, and the tank that I needed had to be pretty much the size of this table.
Yeah.
It was like an 800-gallon tank. It had to be like the minimum had to be like 4 feet long, but like 3 feet wide. And everything that I was reading was like, this can't be on the first floor of your house. It has to be on the basement floor of your house. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But anyways,
That's crazy.
I really wanted one.
I had an aquarium growing up too. I had to feed it and stuff. I think it builds.
I never had an aquarium. I never had a hamster or anything either.
Really?
All right, so what do we got here? Was any of these? Oh, that one's kind of badass.
It was that one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, it was like it looked like this, like either this one or this one. I don't know. It looked like all of these.
Very rare.
It's fucking. It can't be the very rare one. There's no way.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh, is that
it
it?
looked like something like that. It would have fucked.
4 to 5 inches, dude. That's a big ass fish. It's only $50. See, that's why we were thinking about getting one. The ones we were looking at were like $46, and we were like, well, should we get like 4? Yeah, these Caribe, most aggressive schooling piranha. We were thinking about getting like 3 or 4 of these things.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, $60, $65, $85. Yeah, this is what we were looking at. 3 inches. Yeah, that's exactly it. 4 inches.
Wow.
And we wanted to feed them like rats and shit.
Wow.
Are we fucked up?
I don't know.
I don't care. Dude, it's nature.
Yeah.
If either of those fish were out in the wild, they would be experiencing the same thing, if not worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel bad about hunting. The bobcat, I could never. I've thought of, we talked about that. You could never hunt a predator.
Predators would be, I can't even watch Steve Rinella hunt predators. It's hard for me.
I've thought about that one a lot. And when I saw that bobcat picture, I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
There was just a hunting group chat of all the guys there. And he was like, look what the neighbor got. And I was like, And like if I would have saw one, I don't think I could have done that. I could take a coyote or a fox.
That would be difficult for me.
But I don't think I want to go bear hunting. I don't want to hunt a mountain lion.
Yeah.
But I do want to hunt deer and elk and moose.
Yeah.
Cantaloupe, whatever.
Sure.
But I don't. And everything you hear about predators is that you have to cook it like perfect.
Bro, or overdone.
Right. And that's why I like hunting, is for the meat. And I don't want to have to cook. Like deer, you can cook literally any way.
Deer meat is so delicious.
Yeah. And it's so versatile. But
and healthy.
Yeah. But bear meat, you have to overcook it. And like if it's from a certain area.
It doesn't even sound delicious.
Nah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
So like, what's the point? You're doing it for the hide, and you're eating the meat because you feel guilty.
I would do hog hunting though.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. Me and my buddies, our fantasy football league of 12. It's my high school buddies. We didn't end up doing it for a hilarious reason, but we did a golf trip. The 9 of 12 of us. And on the third day, we were going to do our fantasy football draft in person. And like one kid bought like a huge ass like banner board thing for it with all the players' names.
Damn.
We didn't end up getting to do the draft, but we did the trip. And I suggested it the other day that next year, instead of a golf trip, we do a hog hunting trip.
Ooh.
Because there's ranches down in Texas.
Yeah.
It's like $400 for like a few nights. And if you get X amount of hogs, you get another free night. You best believe I'm getting hogs. I don't need to do a helicopter. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
But I'd love to just walk around on a ranch.
Dude, I have a buddy on my Instagram who does this shit.
It looks so nuts. And apparently that meat is like just like cooking pork.
Yeah.
As long as you package it and like cut it up right, it's just like eating a pig.
I've heard it's a little more wild.
Yeah, but I mean, so is deer.
So is deer. Yeah, check this video out. Just swipe and look at the video.
Holy shit. with a thermal. Oh, no way he could have seen me. Bodied, dude, that's wicked.
Isn't that crazy?
Where is that? Shiro or Shiro?
I don't know, somewhere in Texas.
That's one of the buddies.
Shiro.
One of the buddies I want to have on. Shout out Stump. He lives in. He's the dude that. Goddamn. Done. He's the dude that lives in West Texas. Where's he live?
Lubbock.
No, oil community.
Midland.
Midland. That's so wicked. That's like 10 hogs.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And he does that kind of shit all the time. And it looks like so much fun.
It's wild, man. It's wild. And all the extra. So, first of all, they're an invasive species.
Yeah, they destroy the land.
Destroy it.
I was reading
Second
that,
of all.
like in general, if you own a farm, if you're a farm owner, if you're a rancher in Texas, you have to take 25% off the top of what you think you're going to make just to account for hogs.
Whoa, I've never heard that.
So if you make $1 million, if you're expecting to make $1 million, you're only bringing in $750 because of just hogs.
That's wild.
So continue. Second of
All the extra meat you give to your workers.
right. That was actually one of my favorite Steve Rinella episodes. Is when they go hog hunting and then they feed like 25 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? You just make fucking tacos up the ass.
There was a dude on, I forget his name. He has a restaurant in Austin that was on Rogan, and his whole deal is like the main thing he sells is pork from wild caught pigs in Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like it's the type of thing where it's like an open kitchen, completely farm to table. He picks out the fruits and vegetables and all that, but like a majority of the menu options are wild pork from Texas.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's making me hungry.
I know, me too.
Um,
And I'd love to do that. That's like the big reason
That
I
seems
like to
like fun.
hunt. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel bad shooting a deer, taking a life. Like, I get that, but I need meat,
you're doing it.
and I like meat. I would rather get my meat from them than buying meat from Tyson.
Yeah. It's at least, like, honestly, at least 100 times better.
At least, dude. I take one 120-pound deer, and I don't have to buy red meat for 365 days. That's why I was so pissed I didn't get a deer this year, because that's literally my source of meat for a calendar year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. And if you get 2 deer, that's why, like, when I had those jerky sticks, those deer sticks, I was
Yeah.
just giving them out like candy.
Because you had so many.
I had 25 pounds on top of another 25 pounds of meat.
Sheesh. How much deer meat do you get out of a 120-pound deer?
You get like a third of the deer. So 120 pounds, 40 pounds of meat, about.
It's a lot of meat.
Dude, it's a fuckload of meat. It's a Santa sack. It's crazy.
It's a Santa sack. Dude, speaking of Santa. I'm just kidding.
No, keep going.
This is speaking of Santa. Santa wears red clothes. Taylor Swift just released Red.
I didn't listen to it.
No.
Are you a Taylor Swift guy?
Yes.
I can't stand Taylor Swift.
No.
I can't stand Taylor
What?
Swift.
What?
Never have.
Her music.
Can't stand it.
That's fair. That's fine. You're allowed to not like her music, but as a person,
See, I've never looked into her as a person.
she's like hot takes here, perhaps.
No, give it to me.
What
This is why
Tom
not.
Brady is to football.
She is to...
What Michael Jordan was to basketball. Serena Williams to tennis.
That movie looks sick. Have you seen that trailer?
Taylor Swift to music.
Excuse me. No, I'm looking up to see like her accolades. She's only 31. Wow. From Pennsylvania, 5'11", so she's tall. I want to know her accolades because she's. I mean, like what you're saying, she's having sold over 200 million records worldwide. She's one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Yeah, could have guessed that. 11 Grammys, including 3 Album of the Years. And from what I'm reading, this new album,
Bro, that's the thing. First of all,
an Emmy, 12 Country Music Awards, 25 Billboards, 32 American Music, 49 Guinness World. What?
dude, Taylor Swift on top of all that, writes and makes her own music.
Really? That's really cool.
All of her songs are hers.
Since 2004. Holy shit, dude.
And now she's re-releasing all of the albums that Big Machine Records stole. She's like retaking power. Also, that reminds me of something that she should do is like make NFTs. I'm really into NFTs.
Are you? Do you have any?
Not yet.
I've got friends who got a ton of them.
Really?
Yeah, like ballpark of 10.
Whoa.
Like I don't know if they. I don't think, and I don't know.
I mean, you could have 10 worth $100, or you could have 10 worth 100,000.
And I don't know if they actually own them or if they just post them all the time.
You could check digital currency.
I could check.
No, but I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know enough about it.
I don't know dick about it. Do you own any crypto?
I have money in Coinbase that I pretend to know what to do with.
I bought some more the other day. I have a total of $150 in it.
Nice.
Across like 5 or 6 coins. Like I have like I bought like
pennies
0.14 of something the other day.
Amazing.
For like $30. But at one point,
come on,
I bought Dogecoin at 6 cents, and at one point I was up like I bought like $20 or $30 worth.
Yeah.
And at one point I was up like $150 on that, and I was like on top of the world. I didn't sell it.
That's so fucking.
But
funny.
yeah, I don't know shit about that. I'm an idiot. What were we talking about? Taylor Swift.
Taylor's a
NFTs.
shit.
Yeah. Really? You think she's that powerful? You think she's that big of an icon?
Yes.
For music or for the entertainment industry?
Or
for artists?
For all of the above. The entertainment industry would encompass both artists and music. Am I right?
I would agree with that.
So, yeah, I do believe that. The same way we look at Tom Brady as the GOAT of football.
I mean, dude, these records she has is insane.
Dude. The way she communicates and interacts with fans.
You could just tell by the length of her wiki how important she is. That's how I judge people. If someone's like, you should look this person up, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I see their wiki is
a page
17 scrolls long. Yeah. I'm like, okay, they're probably pretty important.
Yeah, dude. Taylor, I like legitimately. And you look at her in
Swift
interviews.
has been referred to as one of the greatest songwriters of all time and the best for a generation by various publications and organizations.
Dude, and like the more you look at her in interviews and like look at her just work, it's like watching Mark Bernstein sell.
No way.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Natural.
You just like look at it and you're like, damn.
That's a master.
That person knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Mark.
Shout out Mark. It's like that with Taylor too. You just like look at it and you're like, damn, Tom Brady knows how to throw a football. Like, fucking Taylor Swift knows how to answer one of those questions that they ask.
So I need to give her more appreciation / more. Dude, look how long this goes. Look at all these references.
Dude, I just think Taylor Swift gets a lot of. She gets divisive because
she has 660 references on her Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Her all right. Music. You want to compare it? Let's see what Tom Brady has. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
I don't know.
I don't interrupt you.
No, you're good. I'm not interrupted. I just feel like
Tom Brady has 506.
Not that that's a good measure of anything.
But kind of. How much information they have of you on Wikipedia? It's a lot to tag.
So anyway, man, what she's been able to do with an album that we've already heard.
That's okay. I've been seeing this album fucking everywhere, and I thought it was just some new album.
It's not.
And she just released like some 10-minute version of a song or some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, she did a lot.
So why is this such a big deal?
Well, for a lot of reasons. I'll break it down into a few.
Again, in your opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion. It's a big deal because she's releasing like an additional 15 or 16 songs from the vault. Like songs she's never released before. Including the 10-minute long version of All Too Well, which is how the original song was written, but had to be cut down because her words, like, no such thing as a Hollywood song or a song that is 10 minutes. Like, outside of Bohemian Rhapsody, there is no song
Right.
that is like 10 minutes long, or like maybe a Stairway to Heaven or whatever.
You know what's crazy is I don't know this song.
You don't know this song?
I don't know All Too Well.
I've listened to it more times lately than I have in my recent past. All Too Well hit different this time around for me. Like knowing what the word gaslighting was, and like how Taylor must have felt. It's really interesting. I recommend you watch it. You should watch the short film. Not
This
right now.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna rush that right now. But I'll check it out. This is what I was talking about, dude. I love getting to appreciation.
31 million views in 3 days.
That's insane.
So, that, and it's also like her third album, I guess, after that she's released Taylor's version. These are songs that she owns. The other ones are stolen from her by Big Machine Records.
I remember hearing about all that. I remember that back in the day.
They own the copyright of the songs, but Taylor owns technically like the copyright of the IP, so to speak.
So did something just happen?
They weren't giving her enough, I guess, or like what she deserved.
Yeah. So did she did she just want like a lawsuit or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so basically, Big Machine Records owns the version you hear on the radio, but Taylor Swift owns all of the IP. So she can go on and re-record them under her own terms, because it's literally her music.
I see.
They just own one of the versions that comes out. It's like actually a good case for like an NFT, for example.
100%.
Like Taylor's version can come out as an NFT. That's the original version or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's a stupid way to think about it. I'm probably...
No, but it kind of makes sense.
I don't know. Anyway, so cool. I don't know. I didn't know if you were into it or not. I was kind of into it. Also, like, the people I guess I hang around with are pretty much Swifties in terms of, like, my friends that are girls.
Well, it seems that all the girls that I hang out with are too. I don't think Britt I'm not going to say Britt doesn't like her, but Britt does not actively listen to her. My sisters did.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I don't like her.
Oh. Her music, I can see why, like, you don't have to, like... But you don't have to, like...
But in her defense, it was all the music that they wanted and they cut. It was all the pop music that was played on the radio.
Yeah, and a lot of it is very similar to what Taylor's version is being released as. But it's just, like, her version. She owns them. But, like, 22...
10 minutes long.
That one's a little different. But, like, 22, for example, like, I'm feeling...
I know that song.
It's basically the same. One of them is just owned by Taylor and the other one isn't.
That's so weird. I don't know any of this.
So yeah, super cool stuff. Taylor Swift is shit. But you don't have to like LeBron James, but he's one of the best.
There's no argument. Same thing with Brady. You can hate Brady all you want, but you're never going to argue that he's not the GOAT. Actually, the argument that I love is that Tom Brady's the GOAT, but that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback to ever play. Because Tom Brady has won the most and is the most accomplished, but Aaron Rodgers is the most talented at the position, which is kind of fair because the throws that Aaron Rodgers has made, no one has touched them.
I don't know enough about Aaron Rodgers. I feel like I knew Aaron Rodgers was really good, but I'd never heard it like that. I didn't realize
one Super Bowl, and he's considered one of the greatest ever of all time.
Yeah, he's like Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe won a lot.
Kobe did win a lot, I guess.
I don't know who you can compare him to.
Allen Iverson.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably a good one. I don't know enough about basketball, but yeah, that sounds right. Because Melo, AI is considered to be
or Mello too. I don't think
One of the best.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
No, but it's the same thing.
You get you can just like respect the greatness without liking what they do for it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how I feel about Taylor. Anyway, what are you up to? Dude? Real estate? Bullshit.
I don't have anything else for you. If you want to keep going, I'll keep going. But if you want to cut it, we can cut it. It's 9:30. We've been going for just over 2 hours. It's up to you.
Well, I was curious about what the fuck you're doing. This has all been about Mike. You've been asking a ton of questions to me, so
I wanted to. That's why I wanted to have you here.
I appreciate it. But like, what are you up to?
Real estate, commercial real estate. It's dope. It's fine. I'm learning a lot. I'm in way over my head. I emphasize in real estate at Mizzou, but it did not prepare me for this. And the real estate courses you take to get your license does not prepare you for this. So like every time I have a new thing come across me, I'm just asking 100 questions a day to everyone in my office because you don't know until you have to do it. But it's fine. I dig it.
So like, what part of the real estate journey do people interact with you?
Well, I started just asking people if they wanted to sell their property. Mm-hmm. And I only do apartment buildings. Mm-hmm. I don't do single-family homes. I don't do office spaces. Mm-hmm. I don't do McDonald's or AT&T's. I only do apartment buildings. Some single-family rentals, but everything is apartment buildings. And I started off with that. And like what I was telling you today, I'm just now getting into that because that's where more money is made. And obviously I'd like to make more money. But that's been like a 4-month process in itself because I really don't know what I'm doing.
Dude, that's how it is in real estate, huh?
Yeah. But what we were talking about earlier, I'd really like to start buying it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it. Mm-hmm.
How would you start? Through a house hack?
The FHA thing.
Yeah.
The numbers work best at a 4-family, 4 units, and with an FHA 3.5% down, you cannot buy more than 5 units or more than 4 units. Ooh. So you can do it on a single-family home, but house hacking where they pay your mortgage, you can do it on 2, 3, or 4 units. After 4 units, if it's 5 or above, you have to get a conventional loan, which is at least 20% down. Which the numbers would work way more, but then I'm putting $100,000 down, not 18,000.
Right.
So that's the goal.
Damn.
And rent them out. I'd obviously like to buy around here. Probably not going to happen because shit's through the roof.
Oh, around this area?
Yeah. DeBoliver would be sweet, but again, developers to the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Maplewood would be fine.
DeBoliver is just growing though, bro. It's the next big community if it isn't already.
It's up there, dude. It's on par with like Clayton right now. It's fucking crazy,
dude. That's wild because
I don't the loop and shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't see myself moving because my area is just growing around me.
It's nuts, dude.
And I don't pay that much. I get like a few hundred. Like I think this past time they upped my lease by like $40, which felt like a lot.
That's not bad,
but it's also not bad.
It is a lot relative to what you're paying, but like and compared to like what they're charging in some spots.
I bet they're charging like $300 more than I'm paying.
Bro, that new building that got built in the Central West End next to Forest Park.
Yeah.
The fucking mirror looking thing. Yeah. Like the cheapest spot in there is $1,800 a month.
What?
Studio apartments.
Can you imagine paying $1,800 for a studio?
No. I better be in a high rise in Chicago.
Right? No,
dude. And it's I can pull it up. It's called
Bird Eye or something, right? I don't know. That's what I call it.
100.
Oh yeah. Why do I call it that stupid shit?
And like 100 above the park, yeah. And you can do these virtual tours of any unit in the building. And their whole not selling point, but probably their selling point was that every single unit in the building has a corner view. That's why it's that fucking whack pointy thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And so let's do floor plans. So
no way.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that shit.
Crazy. So 3 to 4 months. Let's say 6 months. Floor plan. No. So 1 bedroom, studio. All right, studio. Here on floor 7.
There's no units.
Floor. Oh, so there's none. One available in 6 months. All right, 1 bedroom.
Floor 8, there's one.
2,200 for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and it's 800 square feet. But dude, look at this shit. Look at these fucking views. I'll have to pull the one. Look at this. Look how crazy this is. And every apartment has a wall like this, or a balcony.
Damn. Wait, get closer. Can you get closer?
Yeah, but look at this shit, dude. So if we do, I think there's a 2-bedroom. Oh no, it's. Balcony. Any bedrooms? So on the 32nd floor, 3,300 for 1 bed, 1 bath, 826 square feet. But look at this fucking shit, dude. So it's got these crazy tours. And look at this. Look how far you can see. That's downtown Clayton. That's all of Forest Park that you can see across.
That's pretty sick.
And look how big. Like, if I had the money, I would for sure do it. How do I get back? I don't know how to get back. Look how big the balcony is all around the outside. So every single apartment has like a corner thing.
Damn.
How do we get on this? I don't know, rents or something.
What you're doing.
But this is like the creme de la creme of like the St. Louis real estate right now. And they blew it out of the fucking water.
Really?
And they've got, like the amenities and all that shit. The pool is on like the 7th or like 11th floor or some shit like that. $3,300 for
how much for a
2-bedroom? With
a
a balcony?
Maybe we can split this.
With a balcony? So, lowest floor 11, 1 unit. 3,600. And it's 1,000 square feet.
Damn, dude.
Let's go up. Can we go up? We can't go up. Oh, we can go up.
Damn.
This one's 4,000. This one's 3,700.
I heard you can't rent a bedroom there if you don't make anything more than $100K.
It's got to be at least. It has to be at least.
Like, you have to be making $100K or more to live there. And even then, if you can pay that much for rent, why don't you just buy a house?
It's got to be all doctors. But, like, for real, like, there's big money in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not, like New York investment bankers living in St. Louis that can afford that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not L.A. or Silicon Valley where there's, like, tech millionaires all over the place.
Right.
So I don't know who's living there.
Me neither.
I don't know.
What do they do for a living?
I don't know.
We should stand outside their fucking door and just do like the Daniel Mack.
I want to see the garage.
Oh.
Because that's how you know if people are people or not. No offense to everything.
That's a good point. Although I feel like even if I'm a millionaire, I'm driving my 2014 Subaru Crosstrek.
Oh, I'm still keeping my car. But if that's what I'm saying. If it's a bunch of like Mercedes and like G-Wagons and fucking Audis, then it's a bunch of older people. Which I would find even more interesting.
That's a good point.
Because old people don't like, well, I can't speak for everyone, but not a lot of old people live in Central West End.
That's right. I imagine it all has to be doctors.
It has to be. I don't know, dude, but there's fucking, I don't know, 100 and some units. Whoever owns it is getting bankrolled. But I'm good, dude. Thanks for asking.
Good.
I got this going on. It's a lot to juggle. Works fine. What's up?
What's your goal with the podcast?
This.
Do you have like a is it just do you have like a business goal for it, or is it just an excuse to talk to people? Both are super valid. I'm just curious. And they can live together.
How I'm going at it, obviously I'd love that if I could do this all day, every day. Like, I'll say that's the end goal, but like I'm not approaching it from a money standpoint. Like what I was saying about me and my buddies, like if we just play Catan or we're just shooting the shit, like the fun we get out of that, and if I get to have this conversation with you,
Yeah.
if that's all I get out of it, and like the fucking 30 people that listened to it, if they like laughed at it or thought that was an interesting conversation, and like the amount of texts that I've gotten from just the other two have made my world. Like they have been, that's all I could ask for out of those two. And like how I'm seeing it is that this is just our generation's version of like a garage band.
Oh.
Like if it's just us fucking around, having fun, doing something we like doing.
Yeah.
And if something hits, something hits. If nothing hits, I had a blast doing it.
Yeah.
And like me as me, I love this kind of shit.
Yes.
Right?
That's what makes you a good salesperson, I bet.
I'm way better at my job now than I was at Balto. Way better.
It's good, man.
Bro, I texted Chris one time, and I was like, do you got time? Just like catch up, say what's up. He was like, yeah, we planned a time. It's like a Sunday afternoon during the summer. And then I had something going on, totally forgot, and I never reached back out. I feel like such an asshole.
Damn.
I know. I feel like such a dick. I thought about it a lot.
You should be too.
I know.
Chris won't mind. He's my neighbor now.
I know. You tired? You want to end it?
I'm tired. But I can't keep talking. I'm just tired, bro. It's a fucking weekday.
It's 9:41. Let's cap it.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Appreciate you having me on, bro. This was fun.
Love you, homeboy.
Love you too.
We'll do it again. Don't worry.
I was thinking about it, dude. I'm like kind of nervous to see like